Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Parker. Medu is out there with Fall, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Fades back. Basket counts. Al Fournier. Out to the right wing. Parker with the steal. Launches a three. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Papanikolaou. The three-pointer, no good. It's tipped. Driving the lane. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Takes a three. Connects from three-point range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
Outside Fournier. There's the triple. And he's good on the three ball.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Fader on the way. Drains it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Here's Papanikolaou. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Fades. Knocks down the three ball.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Parker kicks to Satoransky. And a strong finish with two hands.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now here's Parker with the drive and the dunk by Parker.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat to end the run. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Out to the wing. The layup off target.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Connects from three-point range.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Here's Fall. He has yet to score. Fournier gets a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Fires for three. It's deflected, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. .56 seconds left in the first quarter. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 13.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
Three-pointer. Rebound by Parker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They get the rebound. Medu. That's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Here's Vezenkov. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Vazenkov's got 5 now.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Pass to Fall. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Vazenkov. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. They lead by 2. And the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
They've got Anderson, and it's Abrinas in at the 3 spot. Here's Dorsey. They set the pick from downtown. A three-pointer is right on target. Peters has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And he drives in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
On Friday, then on Sunday.
At the line for the away team.
First one falls for him.
Taking 3 shots.
And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Driving inside.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Anderson outside. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
From the arc. Offensive rebound. Buries it down low.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Bangs home the trifecta. Abrinas has got 6 points.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
There's a good screen. And here's Evans outside. Buries it from 3-point range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Pass to Peters. Now Dorsey. And it's Evans in the corner. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Peters, defended by Anderson. To the right side. Down low, stolen by Anderson. It's 2-on-1. Here's Abrinas. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
3.
Abrinas has got 9 points in the quarter.
It took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And Evans throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Vesely, and then Vesely with the dunk.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Now Dorsey. 1:03 left in the first half of the game. Now here's Evans. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Evans has got 8 points. Evans has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's Anderson. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Peters, defended by Anderson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Abrinas. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 12.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Here's Peters. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break. Here we go. Stolen. Pulls up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
You take a look at the home team, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their coach. That is more than enough of.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5, home in the paint. Off target with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Meadow is out there with Fall. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Vazenkov's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Top of the key. No good from outside. Outside Fournier. Pass to Vazenkov. For the lead. 6 on the shot clock. Ball stolen. And they're on the break. Lets the 3 fly. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Outside Fournier. 6 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Fournier's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Three-pointer. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker. Out to the right wing. Here's Vazenkov. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Vazenkov's got 5 points in the quarter. Vazenkov's gotten 5 of his 7 shots to fall. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
To the middle. It's intercepted. It's 2-on-1. There's Parker with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for. That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Fournier against Satoransky, and the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Satoransky. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Out left to the wing. They need this. That one's good. Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got 16.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker. There's the steal, moving it up. Pass to Fall, out to the right wing. Parker with it. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. And he has 28 points for the game.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Another shot. He lays it in.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Fade away. Good on the 3-point shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now Dorsey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. They've got Anderson. And it's Vesely in at the center. To the left wing. Here's Aprinas. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Peters. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Vesely. Peters has gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Now, here's Vesely. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Inside. And he jams it with authority.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
There's a screen. Misses the three. Here's Dorsey. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count it. Evans with it. Here's Dorsey. The three. Drills it from outside.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Lets it go with the three. It's good from long range.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And it's off from three-point range. Dorsey's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Anderson wide open, hands it from downtown.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Dorsey's got 7 now in this quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
They set the pick. No good with the triple. And here's the fast break. Here's Peters. Traps in the tray.
And hard to pass on that good a look from three-point range, even if you've got a clear path to the basket.
Here's Laprovitola. Over to the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Peters. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Anderson outside. Launches it. And the three ball is good.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Pass to Abrinas. The three. The shot misses. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Dorsey, that's good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Right wing. Back to Abrinas. Just 5 on the clock. Hits the three-point foul.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
Here's Dorsey, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point territory. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2-guard spot. And that one's good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Musa, good.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Fournier. There's a screen. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. 4-3. They get the rebound. The kick out to Fournier. From downtown, Garuba with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Sinks it from distance.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Outside Fournier. Jacks up a 3. No good.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Back to Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
To win the run. Gets the 3 ball to go. Vezenkov's got 5 points.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Musa, good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They set a pick. Fournier for 3. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Vezenkov. He's got 5. Connects from downtown. Give him 8. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
In transition, here they come. Here's Hazonia. Fires in the triple.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Fournier. 6 to shoot. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
When you make a 3 on him, Fournier wants a little payback, and he gets it.
Pass to Vezenkov. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. .54 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Hazonia. Here's Musa. Clock at 6. Back to Campazzo. Here's Garuba. And it's off from 3-point range. Garuba's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. The steal. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And the ball ends up out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And they'll keep possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Here's Deck. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Pass to Fournier. From the wing. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Fournier's got 5 points. Here's Deck. And that's not gonna go. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
To the inside. And he jams it home with authority.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Out to the wing for three. That shot is off. Lets it fly. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Ibaka, good.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
And there's the screen. Dorsey. Right wing. Launches it. And no good. Here's Deck. There's the three. Hits the trifecta. Deck's got his second basket on the night.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And Dorsey gets it to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Ibaka. And a missed layup. Here's Peters. Launches a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Peters has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Robbed. Here's Evans. Still without a bucket. Here's Peters. That's Ibaka defending. And that misses. That would have put him up. Takes a three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here's the pick. Here's Peters. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Deck. Nails it from beyond the arc. Deck's got 9.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Pass to Dorsey.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Puts up a deep three. Here's Peters. Three-pointer. And Dorsey gets it to go. He's got 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
To the paint. Nice move. And the layup is good.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Over to the left wing. Here's Deck. 9 points in the game. From deep. Ibaka's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's a screen. Evans, that's good. It's a tie ball game.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Deck. 27 seconds left in the first half. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range.
His third shot from downtown this quarter, 4 for the game.
Here's Peters. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Deck passes to Ibaka. And the three-pointer goes. Ibaka's got 5 points now in the quarter. A three off the inbound. And so we wrap up the first half. Up 6. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
We've been talking about this contest since the season began. I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to get to it.
But the selection process built.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the visiting team. Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Lets it fly. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Out left to the wing. Here's Hezonja. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Here's Vezinkov. Give him 8 points now. Knocks it down from distance. Vezinkov's got 11.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hezonja in at the small forward. Pass to Campazzo to the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Here's Vezinkov. On Thursday, then on Saturday. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hezonja in at the small forward position. Pass to Fall. There's a screen. Here's Vezinkov. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's Hezonja. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Here's Papanikolaou. Still no points. Pass to Vezinkov. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer off the mark. In transition. Here's Hezonja. And buries the jumper to finish off the break.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Fournier. Lets it go from the wing. And he knocks the jumper down. Fournier's got his third bucket of the night. Fournier's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field so far. Here's Musa. Fournier covering. Out to the right wing. From the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Vezenkov. Drills it from deep. Vezenkov's got 14 points for the game.
You know, probably could have gone strong to the hoop, but with the D out of position on the break, I like his decision to take the three.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 53 left in the third. Here's Papanikolaou. From deep three-point range. No luck on that one. Here's Hezonja. 5 points in the game. Here's Garuba. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 6.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Fournier for 3. Knocks down the triple.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Pass to Musa. This one for 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, that's what you call great thinking on the fly. Passing on the shot in midair and laying it off to the open man.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. They set the screen. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Hezonja. There's the triple. Up again. Here's Campazzo. Here's Garuba. Give him 8. Here's Hezonja. That 3's off the mark.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pass to Vezenkov. Gets it off. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Up 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hezonja in at the 3. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. Fires the 3. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Here's Dorsey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Fires from deep. Pass to Evans. They set the pick. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Musa. Here's Hezonja. Here's Musa. Pass to Campazzo. And the jam by Ibaka. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Here's Dorsey. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And here's Ibaka. Pass to Hezonja. The 3 is up. Musa. The putback. They shoot again. Here's Garuba. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. Garuba's got 13 in the second half.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Peters. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is rapid fire. Back-to-back triples, momentum swinging wildly.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
1:52 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. No problems knocking that one down.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
To the right side. Three-pointer. Garuba with the bucket. Garuba's got 19 points.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
A minute 20 left in the game. Fires it. It's intercepted. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
Pass to Evans. And there's a pick. Here's Dorsey. Launches it. Yes! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
On the clock. No good on the 3. Pass to Fournier. Down low. Stolen. Here we go. All alone. Ibaka for 3. Off target from downtown. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Number 24, taking 2 shots.
Can knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Left a little on the table there, but at least he put them in front.
The home team calls timeout. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
Substitution on the court.
5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. Here's Petrushev. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And this was an emotional win for them.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hezonja, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Musa passes to Garuba. Jacks up a three, drills the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
A fadeaway. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Musa. Nailed from three-point land.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Oh, good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
To the wing right side. There's the screen. Garuba the pass to Hezonja. For three. That one doesn't go. To the right side. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field. Here's Garuba. From deep. Sinks the triple. Garuba's got 6 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Fades away. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. There's the three. And Garuba pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Campazzo, the pass to Hezonja. Shoots over Satoransky. Hezonja's shot is off.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. Puts up a deep three. Fall with the rebound. Parker looking around. A 3-ball. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Garuba. And here we go. Lets it go from deep. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Musa. 1:05 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Tavares. Clock at 4. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Shoots it. Rebound by Tavares.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Launches from deep. Rebound by Parker. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Medu. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. Here's Musa. And And now, here's Hazonia. Here's Tavares. Back to Hazonia. That will count. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up 3. Stay with us as we get set to... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
They've got Anderson. And it's Vesely in at the 5, roaming the paint. Jack passes to Ibaka. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
They've got Huey, and it's Jack in at the small forward position. Abrinas, and off there. He misses his first shot of the night. To the left side wing. And Njai kicks to Ibaka. Huey. Rebound by Vesely. Here's Abrinas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Huey. Pass to Ibaka. Sinks the three-pointer. Ibaka's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Ibaka's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. The 3 from Anderson. Good on the triple.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Jack passes to Njai. Here's Deck. The tray. Abrinas with a rebound. Anderson outside. Stolen. Pushing it up. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Offline with his 3. Abrinas the pass to Vesely. Stolen away. Stolen by Vesely. Pass to Abrinas. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fast break, here they come. Throws it up high. It's deflected. The rebound by Njai. Here's Deck. Ibaka for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Ibaka's got 6 points.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And here's Anderson for 3. The rebound by Ibaka.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
1:49 left here in the second. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Abrinas. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Abrinas has got his first bucket of the night.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
And Huey kicks to Ibaka. This one for 3. That shot is off. Ibaka's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Abrinas. A three-pointer, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Njai dishes to Ibaka. Sinks the triple. Ibaka's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Laprovitola, and here's Anderson from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
For real, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Back to Ibaka. Huey, the pass to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Anderson passes to Latro Vitola. Pass to Abrinas. 3-pointer. Right wing. Anderson the screen. And a miss there on the triple. And the first half is now in the books. Up by 10. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a...
Okay, guys, now let's see. And that is...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Abrinas has gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. They've got Fall. Parker out there with Medu. And it's Zadaransky in at the 5. Here's Garuba. There's a screen. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He's got Hezonja. And it's Campazzo in at the 1. Pass to Fall. Hezonja defending. To the middle. It's blocked. Here's Tavares. Here's Musa. Fires from way outside. The rebound by Medu.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now here's Zadaransky. Hezonja defending. They set the pick. Latre. And Garuba pulls it down. Pass to Hezonja. Here's Garuba. Parker with the steal. And they're running. Finished off the break. He's got 7.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Garuba. That 3 off the mark. Garuba's gone 2 for 5 tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
There's the pick from outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Musa's got 6 points.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. He downed that one up from long distance. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Musa's got 6 points in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Inside, here's Tavares. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Garuba the pass to Musa. Lets it go. No good from the wing. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Campazzo. Hazonia on the wing. Garuba the pass to Tavares. Here's Garuba. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Musa. Drills it from outside. Musa's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Here's Medu. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And now, here's Hazonia, guarded closer. To the paint, picked off in midair. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And the second free throw, good.
He's upped his aggressiveness, wanting to get to the line more and doing just that.
Here's Huey, still without a basket. Out to Ibaka. Clock at 6. Here's Huey for the 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Anderson, and it's Abrinas in at the 3 spot. Anderson outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Musa with the bucket.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Laprovitola. It's good from long range. Laprovitola's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Njai. He's covered by Anderson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Uncovered, and he hits the jumper for two.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The three ball. Vesely kicks to Anderson. Here's Laprovitola. Over to the left wing. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Njai. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
So both teams making some changes here. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Pass to Anderson. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Here's Musa. Out to the right wing. Ibaka finds Hazonia. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Takes a three. That one doesn't drop.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Traps in the tray.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Deck. Releases. Can't nail the jumper. Deck's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Anderson dishes to Vesely. Here's Laprovitola. Hits the jumper in space.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And he is unable to get the second one.
Couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
Pass to Hazonia. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Fires for 3. They get it back. Abrinas. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So the wing on the left. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Hazonia gets it to go. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
Coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to fall. Now Fournier. Cash money on the open jump shot.
Yeah, Fournier did a great job. He waited for that window to open, took advantage.
Now here's Satoransky. From downtown, hits a three-pointer. 6 points for him.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Knocks it down from distance.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For three, Satoransky pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. let's see how things play out.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Vezinkov. Fournier for three. He can't get that one to fall. Fournier's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Satoransky. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Stolen by Parker. From the arc. Drains the triple. Satoransky's got 5 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Covered by Satoransky. Oh, got that one up quick. He's got 5.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
And there's 1:45 left in the first. Pass to Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Here's Metu. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Fires from deep. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's the pick. Here's Fournier. And he converts the layup. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, at 6'7", Fournier, bigger than you think when you see him on TV, so in close range, able to finish.
Offensive rebound. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Ooh, stolen by Fournier. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. Up the floor. And that one's good. Vezinkov's got 8.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Sinks it from distance.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And Anderson over to help. Takes a 3. And Dorsey gets it to go.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
There's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Peters. Beyond the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And there it is for him.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Evans. A deep three. To the left side wing. Here's Dorsey. Pure from three-point range. Dorsey's got 6 in the quarter.
Backing up that last three with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Hernan Gomez gets the bucket. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Pass to Anderson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Dorsey. He's got 6. Anderson covers. And he dunks it down.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Counted from distance.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Peters, no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
It's stolen. Pass to Dorsey. The 3. Anderson pulls it down. Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Peters. Jacks up a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Peters has got 6.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Anderson with a screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Three-pointer, no good. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
Pass to Dorsey. Out to the wing. Here's Peters. And it's off from three-point range. Peters has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Anderson for 3. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Driving in. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
This one for 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Taking 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Outside Fournier. Releases. Here's Papanikolaou. Fires in the triple.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by a bucket. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
You know what time it is.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Parker in at the three. The ball's knocked loose. On the break. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. The fadeaway. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now. Here's Vezenkov. On the wing, Fournier. The three ball. He can't hit that time. Fournier covering. Pass to Fall. Now here's Satoransky. And the three off target. And here they come. Fournier for three. Knocks down the triple. Fournier's gotten his third basket of the night.
And very little room needed for a guy like Evan Fournier, who's hungry to score.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Fall. On the wing, Fournier. For the lead. Unable to get that one.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Papanikolaou. That three's off the mark.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Puts up a three. Knocks down the long J. He has 6. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Out left to the wing. Parker defending. Pass to Vezenkov. For the lead. It's hauled in by Fall. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Drops in the three. Vezenkov's got 11.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Satoransky outside. Fades and shoots. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 19. Here's Papanikolaou. Parker defending. Pass to Fall. 1:21 left to play in the third quarter. Gets the three to Fall.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Satoransky. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
There's a screen. Here's Papanikolaou. Parker defending. From deep, just 5 to shoot. The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you gotta look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Vezenkov. No good from outside.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a one-on-one situation. 4-3. Nails it from 3. Vezenkov's got 17. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Peters' shot is good.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Peters has gone 4 for 7 from the field tonight. Anderson for 3. No good that time. Here's Peters. Launches a 3. The shot misses. And they're running. There's the triple. He drops it from range.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Dorsey. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. The 3 is up. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now. Anderson for 3. That one no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Peters. They get the rebound. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. With the drive, right side Anderson. The 3. Drills it from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Peters. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Here's the break. Takes the 3. On target from range. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Anderson can't get it to go.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
The three-pointer off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Dorsey.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Evans. They set the screen from behind the arc. Pass to Dorsey. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, BA, and there's a chance to extend that right here.
And there's the drive. Soft touch off the glass.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Peters. Anderson covers. Pass to Evans. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. Evans has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
3-pointer. It's good.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Inside. The layup misses.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Anderson for three. Sinks the tray.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
34 seconds left to play in the fourth. Clock at 6. Fires from way outside. No good on the shot. Here's Dorsey. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing it.
Tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5. Here's Azania, and he's good on the 3 ball.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Papanikolaou. Fall passes to Papanikolaou. It's Fournier on the wing. And they come right back with their own 3-pointers.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Campazzo. And they're moving it up. No good on the 3. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Hazonia kicks to Tavares. Here's Deck. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Outside Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Hazonia defending. 5 on the clock. Down low. A fader. Rebound by Tavares. And now here's Hazonia. Here's Deck. Launches it. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Vezenkov. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jack passes to Musa. Fires the 3. The 3-pointer is right on target. And it's all knotted up.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Vezenkov. That 3 off the mark.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. He wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Campazzo, the pass to Hazonia. Pass to Deck. Takes the 3. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Papanikolaou. Hazonia defending. Here's Vezenkov. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3.
Vezenkov's got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Musa. Started by Fournier. There's the 3. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 6.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Papanikolaou. From deep. knocks down the 3-ball.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Here's Musa. He's got 6. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Fall. They set the screen. Fournier's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Musa can't hit. Musa's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Fournier for 3. A rebound by Hazania. Fournier's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Musa. Hands it from downtown. He's got 9. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Puts it up. That one's good. Vazenkov.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
He knocks it down.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center is a call.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Pass to Dorsey. From past the arc. The rebound by Ibaka. By Evans, shoots the 3. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here's Dorsey. The shot from the low post is good. Dorsey's got his first 2 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Garuba. Beyond the arc. Covered by Evans. Jacks up a 3. That shot off the mark. And here comes the break. Lets the 3 fly. That one's in. His first shot this game.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Left side of Ibaka. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Evans passes to Dorsey. Launches a 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Garuba's shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
But that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Defended by Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point land. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Now Dorsey. He's got 5. Off target with his 3. Out to the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Swiped away. Here's Peters. Hits it from 3-point range. Peters has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The long distance 3 is buried.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team, they're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
When you look at this visiting team, they are well beyond where we thought they'd be at this point in the season, making incredible strides and maintaining their momentum.
Covered by Evans. Ibaka for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Ibaka's got his second basket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Dorsey, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Screened by Ibaka. Puts up a deep 3. That shot, no good. And here they come. Peters misses. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Out to the right wing. Here's Garuba. Scoreless thus far. Ibaka for 3. To the middle. Here's Peters. Off target from outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome. This looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few. Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have this.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Campazzo. We've got Hazonia, and it's Musa in a shooting guard. Connects from three-point range. Musa's got 12 points in the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 slot. Here's the 3. Rebound by Jabbaris.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
We've got Hazonia, and it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. No good from outside. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the center. That one's good. Vezenkov.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
We've got Hazonia, and it's Jack in at the small forward position. 6 to shoot. It's Hazonia in the corner for 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. Fournier for 3. Rebound by Jabbaris. Fournier's gone 1 of 4 so far. From the arc. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Dak's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Vezenkov. Hazonia defending. 3-pointer. And the three ball is good. Papanikolaou's got his second basket of the night.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Pass to Azania. Lets it go from deep. Trains it from beyond the arc.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Jack passes to Campazzo. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Home team foul. Campazzo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pulls up. Pass to Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. And stolen by Hezonja.
You can tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
1:52 left to play in the third. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hezonja's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Fournier for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Fournier's got 9.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Musa passes to Tavares. Here's Musa. 12 points for him. Baseline try. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Vezenkov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fournier gets a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Good.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Fires the 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
A 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Fires from deep. The shot by Deck, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. He's got Hezonja, and it's Deck in at the 3, the small forward. Hezonja, the pass to Campazzo. Shot clock at 6. Releases. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Here's Tavares. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Dorsey's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Here's Dick. No good with the triple.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
And the home team has possession. 9-point game. Pass to Garuba. Off target from 3-point range.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The three. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. From outside, off the mark. Ibaka's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Now Dorsey. And it's Evans in the corner. Pushing it up. Here's Garuba. Misses the 3. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Evans, right side. Clock at 6. For 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Dorsey. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
3-pointer. A nice shot by Garuba. Garuba's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
3-pointer. Peters misses. Peters has gone 1 of 5 from deep. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Screen by Ibaka. A 3-ball, and it's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:52 left here in the 4th quarter. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Here's Vazenkov. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Musa passes to Ibaka.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Pass to Fall. Now Dorsey. There's 1:17 left in the 4th. Count that one. Dorsey's gone 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. Covered by Evans. Here's Musa. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Musa's got 10 points here in the second half. Pass to Vazenkov. .55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Fournier for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Man, I got to give major props to the confidence of Fournier. This guy never backs down. Wants the big shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Vazenkov missing.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Nails the tray.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Evans passes to Fall. Here's Vazenkov. There's the triple. Gets the 3-pointer to Fall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the one. Pass to Fall to the left wing. Drives to the hoop. Off with the layup. In transition, here they come. Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. Four on the clock. Oh, they pick off the pass. And they're on the run. Parker right side. Pass to Fall. Here's Musa. Here's the three. Garuba with the bucket.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
They set a pick. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Musa. Fires for three. They grab their own miss. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Here's Hazonia. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Satoransky outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Pass to Musa. Satoransky with the steal. Here's Parker driving inside. That one falls.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Musa. And there's the screen from outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Parker, the screen. Fires the three. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Musa. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Satoransky's gone 1 for 2 from deep. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Garuba. The three. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Hazonia. Second chance effort. Pass to Musa. Here's Hazonia from behind the arc. Connects from downtown.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Lets it go from deep. It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From outside, off the mark.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
4-3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
From deep. Deck with a rebound.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Screen by Deck. He drops it from range.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. They lead by 11. And the second. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 16. It's good.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Ibaka with a screen on Anderson. Deck passes to Ibaka. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Out to the right wing. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The offensive rebound. Jacks up a 3. And he can't get that one. To the middle. Pass to Anderson. Corner shot. And the ball goes out of play following the shot. So it's the home team now. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. There's the triple. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
From outside the arc, fires in the triple. He's got 6.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. There's the drive.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Fires from deep. That one is off.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Kicks it out to Anderson. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning.
Anderson covers. Just 4 to shoot. Takes the 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Pass to Deck. Now here's Ibaka. He's got 5. Screen by Ibaka. Shot is up. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. 3-pointer. Can't hit that one. Uses the glass on the layup.
Like a matador. Olay! way. There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this thing.
And the first half now in the books. Leading by 14. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, kid.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the home team.
See?
And that's a wrap on.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The visitors with the ball. They trail by 14. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. Satoransky buries it from three. Satoransky's got 6 points.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Satoransky in at the one spot. Musa, no good. And here's Satoransky. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Give him 8 points now. Satoransky's gone 3 of 4 here from the field. Three-pointer off the mark. From the arc. And Parker pulls it down. And here comes the break. And Parker throws it down.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Musa, no good.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Deflected. Pass to Metu. To the wing on the left. Launches it, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. On Monday, and then on Friday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Beyond the arc. And Campazzo missing.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Counted from distance.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
There's a screen from Garuba. Going inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Satoransky. He buries it from 3. Satoransky's got 11 points.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Garuba. There's the 3. Hits a three-pointer.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Satoransky. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 14.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Away team foul. Cody, first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Campazzo, covered by Satoransky. From deep three-point land. Kept alive.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
1:44 left in the third quarter. Campazzo nails it from beyond the arc.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Garuba with a rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pass to Musa. There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Shot clock at 6. With the floater. Satoransky pulls it in. For 3. Hits the trifecta. Parker's got his third basket on the night right there.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. To the paint. Here's Fall. Drops in the layup for 2. Fall's got his first 2 points of the night.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Pass to Garuba. Launches a 3. Over to the wing. Down low. Goes back up. Right wing. Here's Hezonja. Parker defending. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Fires from the wing. Here's Metu. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out left to the wing. Sinks it from distance. 9 points in the game.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Points come. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. It's Anderson on the wing. A quick shot there. It's off target.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Team's ball.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Knocks it loose. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Anderson covers. Ibaka with a screen on Anderson. Back to Ibaka. They get it back. Second chance shot. Deck. That's good.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Deck's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. 3-pointer. Deck with a rebound. Deck's got 4 rebounds in the game. Ibaka for 3. On target from range.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
Looking to win the run. Gets the three to fall.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Musa. A screen by Ibaka. Here's Musa. Pass to Deck. The three ball. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Plenty of room to knock down that one. Here's Musa, and we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Anderson. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Puts up a three. Knocks down the triple.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Now Satoransky launches it from deep. And Musa pulls it down. Fires away from way outside. Pass to Deck. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. We've got 1:13 left in the game. Count the basket.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Musa. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
From deep. Deck with a rebound. Fires from way outside. Ibaka's shot is off. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's Musa. Fires away from way out. Oh, count it! Did that just happen, Coach?
That should be worth more than 3 points.
And so the home crowd treated to a win.